What I'm going to do is we're going to make a toilet block, a Gents toilet for Wallingford. So we took something out of there, the bridge, so we decided to put a Gents back in. So what we're going to do is I've quickly drawn up some of the walls. I'm going to actually put a toilet in it, a proper toilet, and then obviously your urinal next to it. So what I'm going to do now is I've just marked out my shapes or some of the parts. This is the back wall, the toilet building itself, the door into the toilet, and part of the front wall. I've got another little piece to make, which I can soon do on a base. But first off, what I've done is drawn all my lines at 1/4 inch. Made sure I've put them in where I don't need a line, like the lintel above the door. So I'll leave that one like it is, but I've marked it in so I know where they are. So now what I'm going to do is take my ruler and just literally go down all these and scrap in with me scrubber the brickwork, the mortar course. So it's just literally right across. Across that one. Alright, I'll stop there. And just mark where I am. Because what I might do is, while I'm there, get me smaller ruler, I might put a little tiny window in this side as well. Only a small one, but I think they would have one in a Gents. There. So before we come down, get the big ruler. That's that bit. And then we'll just make it, so if we're going to do it that course, with a lintel on, I'll put one on that one. So what I'll do now is I'll go 1/2 inch up on that one, miss a course out, and go right across, and then that one on the course I want, I'll pop that one in. And the same with that one. And then put my lines back in here for the lintel, and the same there. And the actual window itself, which is only tiny. And that will be that back window. This will be facing away from the platform, so people won't be looking through it. And I'll carry on and put the other lines in. So now what I'm going to do now is put the brickwork in. I do find it easier to do it as a job lot, really. If you cut the separate pieces out and the shapes out, you're then struggling to get square edges because you've got to work off something that ain't got an edge. So I found the easiest way of doing it is to draw them all in one go, cut them out and then stick them together. Obviously this has got an inside and an outside, because you can see into the toilet. Oops, get a bit near that edge. Turn it round so I can see where I am. That's it. Because it's got an inside and outside, we will actually draw all the brickwork on this one and that one on both sides, because you can see both sides. This one is, when it turns round, will be part of the urinal bit, and of course we'll put another sets of piece of plastic card in there and paint the colours so the inside different from the brickwork outside. And go from there. That's it. A lot of people have mentioned to me it's like forever doing the brickwork. I really don't think it takes that long. I think it's a mind over matter thing. You just get on with it and just do it. Right, this is how I do my bricks. The purists, the moggers will tell them if you did it in millimetres, it would be whatever it is in 10 centimetre by half a centimetre, which is more to scale. We do half inch to a quarter of an inch. So my chisel, I bought the cold chisel. It's one I found in a car boot sale. It's quarter of an inch wide, or I made it quarter of an inch, so it just fits in the brickwork. Nice and long. It'll probably do me for the rest of my brick making days. I've drawn all the lines, and now I just go along and tap the other course in. As you can think, I scrapped the other one, and now I'm just putting the vertical lines in. And like I say again, this is a job that doesn't take forever. I like to do mine a little bit, not too shallow. I've seen where people have done them and they make them quite shallow. I would think that if you wanted to do that, that would indicate more of a new building. I like to do mine a little bit deeper. I'm not 100% obsessed if they're exactly right, you know what I mean, in length or anything like that, or if there's a shorter brick or a longer brick or one that's slightly out of line. I think, you know, after time most things tend to go like that, so I'm quite happy to just pop in what I've drawn in and not panic if I'm slightly out with my chisel or anything like that. As long as it's near enough in the course, I'm not bothered. Obviously you don't want them leaning miles and you don't want to be cutting into the other bricks. But the fact that you've drawn a pencil line on it, you can actually feel that with your chisel. Right, so I've cut the base out. That's our first part. This piece goes there, so that's the outside. This one goes inside of there. And like you can see, the brickwork's there. Of course you can see the brickwork because it's in the back. So what I've got to do now is obviously repeat the brickwork on the back of that one. This one goes in like so to form the toilet, so we're going to pop that on there to show you what I mean. And what we've got to do then is, to get this to fit, we've got to cut 5mm off each set. I don't know what that is, I'm not good at millimetres. 5mm off each side, so it's 5mm. So you cut that off because that's the thickness of the brick. So again, we'll trim that down so that one goes in there. We don't have to do the insides of those. This one is the end one, so that goes there to form that part. So again, we've got to do the inside of this brickwork. So what we've got now is we've made all our parts up. Obviously some are double sided, like the end walls what you can see on the inside. This is the wall, what goes inside the toilet. This is the outside. Obviously we've made up a little urinal. All it is a bit of 3mm plastic card, round the edges off, round them off. I've made them about 3/4 of an inch by 2.5. Put a 5-piece in middle at the bottom just to fold a little trough, and obviously we'll put little details on when we do it. That's going to go into there, glued onto there. That forms that part of it. We're then going to put the wall in, which goes there, and we're forming the little toilet and what have you as we're going along. So what I'll do now is, so that was that part. This is the back part. Obviously if we just did the full lot, you could have missed that bit off. You could have just drawn a line across and not done that part, but he was just as quick just to do it really. We just got carried away and did that part as well. We've cut a base out, so that's our base for the toilet. So what we'll start off is, we'll start off with the end wall. We're going to drop this one on here just beyond the base. So we've just got a very slight overlap at the bottom, and I'll start by gluing that one on. So I'll just give that a little spray. This part first, which is the top. That's the top. So like I say, we're just going to level at each side and just slightly overlap it, and then just make sure we've got a little square that up, ready for it to dry. And that, of course, with my accelerator, it will only take a few seconds. That's that one. This one goes on the inside. Again, it's that way around, don't do it the wrong way. And we'll glue that one exactly the same at the back, like so. So what I'll do is I'll glue this edge first. I never try and glue both because that's so difficult. So just one edge at a time. Make sure you've got that nice and level. Again, just go down with your spray and your glue, a little bit of spray on there, and make sure you get this one lined up. So if you glued the bottom you would be struggling, whereas this way you can actually line it up, get it all in line, and then just carefully move that to get the other part done. So I've got that bit on. And then what we do is just give it a slight sanding. And the reason I sand them straight away is because the dust what comes off fills the little gaps. So that's that one. And then what we can do with that one is just carefully open it up, run a little bit of glue underneath. All the way down. A little bit of glue on the inside. Make sure you've got it nice and level by looking at the back. Press it down, and this one just glue like that. And that's forming the first parts of the toilet. We then need the outside wall, which again goes on the outside. The reason I put these on the outside like so is because this slope overlaps this edge. If you do it on the inside, you're going to find you're going to be hitting that, and then you've got to trim some away. So just make sure you go on the outside with anything sloping, and again just glue the one side. So that's the side I want to glue. Just make sure there's no ridges on here. And then just glue that edge all the way down. Spray the edge you're going to stick, just give it that little bit of speed, and then make sure you're lined up nice and neat. It does stick instantly if you're not careful. Again, I'll drop that one over. You can see where my mucky fingers have touched it. And again, we've glued that one on there. And then the same with the bottom as we did before. Just squeeze some so it just goes underneath. Make sure you level all the way along. Drop it on. And then we can see inside. And then that one's on there. That's that piece. We're now going to pop the wall in. This one. So this one goes level with them bricks, so you can get a nice even match all the way down. And as you can see from there now, if I turn it round, that slope now carries over the edge, and you make sure you do that part as well. So what we'll do is we'll stick this one in. So again, get it nice and even. Make sure you've got a nice clean edge. And then just make sure you line your bricks up. I'll have to turn it so you can't see it, so I can't work otherwise. And make sure that's nice and neat and in line with the bricks. Same at the bottom. And press that on. Like so. And that forms our little toilet, a proper toilet. So we can actually, we've got that one there. The next bit is this piece. I'm not so keen to put it in at the moment, mainly because if I put it in, it makes it very difficult to paint. So what I'm going to do is, reach the pencil, mark that piece there. Drop a little square on it. I can't because it's too big. Any smaller one. Drop that in there. And just draw a line. And then what goes in there is this piece. It goes to that outside edge, or it can go to the inside edge. It's whatever you, probably to the inside, and that will go like so. As long as you get that where you're happy with it, we can then glue that into there, like so. And the wall will stand there. So I'll glue this one in. I can see exactly where I want it. Even though I've drawn a line, it does want to be just on the inside of there. I've drawn on this piece I've drawn the back edging, so you know exactly where that's going to go. Pop that there, making sure you're running level. That's it, nice and square. And that's the wall with a return on it, so you can't see in the toilet. So that's that one there. The next one is, like I say, we've made this up. Doesn't take 5 minutes to make. It's just a little piece of 3mm plastic card. Just cut in, made the shape, rounded the top. I round the tops quite simply. Just pop it on the edge and just run me scrabber down that corner, just to give it a nice round edge, like so. And that's all I do. And then what we can do then is glue this onto there, so I can make sure I'm all nice and neat, like so. Don't really need that bit, but I'll do it because it's there. Make sure you get it square on there, nice and square. Pop that in there, that in there. Oops. Back onto the wrong side. I should have been 1/4 of an inch more, I think. So there we are. I should have screwed that in, because I've now got to try and get it out. And that's how it all goes together. Right, so there we are. We put a little capping on there, just on that bit. We haven't put the capping on here. This goes in there obviously like so, which makes our toilet a new urinal. And we've got a toilet door to make, this to glue on, but the answer now is to get it painted, because you can't get in there to paint that, so it's easier to paint it now while it's in pieces. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pass it over now to get painted. We're going to paint it in a brick colour. Obviously the inside she'll do as a cream or whatever colour she normally does on that type of thing. And we'll come back to it when Pat's got it painted. Right, we've now got it back from the paint as Pat's finished painting it, as you can see. This is the side what's next to the railway line, not on the platform, so that's the back. This is the toilet bit. Obviously that's the urinals. So what we've got to do now is stick this in. So what I'm going to do is stick these 3 walls. I'm not sticking this one because I've got to move that to get it into line. So the easiest way of doing it is a little drop of glue on all of these 3. Just remembering which surface we're working on. Along the bottom. And along that one as well. If we're going to leave the toilet door open, we would have painted the inside of there, but as it's that tight to put them open, it's no point to it. So now what we're going to do is pop this in, make sure we're square on all these walls. Same with that one. Get that in place. The thing with super glue is if you're not quick, it gets in instantly. That's it. Get that one in, there we are. Like so. And then just hold them together for a second or two while they go off. Let's give us a quick spray in there. Sometimes it's easier with 2 hands. This one. That'll do. That's it. And this one we can shove this back in position and just literally I can get in with my fingers. That's in. Once it's in, if you spray it, it'll take it into those gaps. That's it. So we've now got our toilet in. So if you look from the inside, you see inside of there, and like I say, all we've got to do now is pop this little bit of wall on, the capping and the roof. That one wants nipping off because I moved that further back a little tiny bit, so I'm going to nip that off and get that one in.
Quick catch up on where we've got up to now. So we've got the urinals in, and we've also got the cistern setting on the top. We've got the roof on, which is, you'll see from our other videos how that's done. I've used a smaller slate on this one. As you can see, there's little odd gaps of white coming through. I might just run another wash over there just to fill those gaps in. That's just made of plastic card, 30 thou plastic card. I've made the gutterings, which is just 3mm Foamex board. What else have I done? Let's have a look. We've got the door in now, and I've made the drain pipes out of 2 pieces of 3mm Foamex board, and to get the right thickness we just sort of stick them together, and then I round off the sides with my favourite tool. I've used milli putty to make the straps for the drain pipes, so they'll just fit on there like that. There'll be one in the front and one at the back, so they'll need painting. So as soon as the milli putty's dry, I'll paint them, then I can super glue them on. And once that's done, that's more or less it, done, finished. So I'll show you that when we've glued it on. So here we are, the finished project. Gentlemen's toilets with an indoor toilet. Everything's finished now. Drain pipes are on, they're all finished. Window in, let a bit of light into the toilet. And inside we have finished the urinals. I think you can just see it, yeah, there you go. So hope they don't look too realistic. And there you go. So all there is to do now is to give it a quick varnish, and I'll go put it on the railway. I will put some posters on this front wall just to set it off a little bit more. But yeah, I'm happy with that project, and I hope you've enjoyed the project as well. And we look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Thank you for watching.